And it's a morning of tragedy from this past Friday and Saturday as Major League Baseball as well as the NCAA college baseball ranks lost some of their greatest. Tommy John passing away over the weekend, as well as Skip Bertman, the longtime LSU head coach and athletic director. We'll talk about that. More about Major League Baseball. The NFL wrapped up its first full preseason weekend as well. All that and more on the Chain Gang Sports Show.
We want to give a big shout out to the U.S. News and Entertainment Network for producing this show. Please like, subscribe, and share to stay up to date.
Chain Gang Sports Show recorded live as always from the Flagler Voice podcast studios in association with the U.S. News and Entertainment Network, where things truly are better with us. Johnny Monte Carlo, Tommy Thunder, and of course Alan, our producer, behind the controls on this Monday, and so much to talk about. Little somber first segment here on the show, only because Tommy John, we've talked about him a lot over the last 2 or 3 months because the surgery, which he had back in 1974, a whopping 52 years ago, was anything but routine. Dr. Frank Jobe performed it. I mean, man, I tell you what, for the first time, you had to have the patience of Job to pull that one off.
Job was,
yeah, and he did a great job because Tommy John ended up winning, in a 14-year career, I guess it was, 14 seasons and 164 additional games he ended up winning. So
yeah, he had 2 20-game wins after the surgery. Yeah, Job then passed the torch to William Andrews as far as the master of that surgery. So yeah, it's Tommy John last weekend sent a letter to the Yankees organization,
right, on the Old Timers
Day, saying that he was unable to make it, but he sent his love and he said goodbye. If you listen,
how do they say cryptic?
Yeah, the way he said goodbye. I want to say goodbye to everybody, and I thought that, I'm like, wow, that was, and I even picked it up after it was said, and I was like, wow, that's pretty sad. And then sure enough, he passed away. So he obviously knew something was coming quick.
Bladder cancer.
Yeah.
He was in hospice, I believe, for a while.
Yeah. He struggled with some serious health issues towards the end there. Shame, because he was such a good guy.
He was
one of them real
guy.
Likable guys.
Dodgers, Yankees.
Yeah.
Was it 2 times with the Yankees and the Angels? I mean,
Yeah.
But back then, guys played for just 2 or 3 teams at the most. It was before the free agency really started taking over, and he was part of that Dodgers of the 70s there. I remember getting that baseball card. They had a great pitching staff back then.
Yeah, was it Hooten, Sutton?
Oh, yeah.
Hooten, Sutton, John. Yeah, they did have some arms.
They did have some. Bill Singer back a little earlier. They were always, they've always have had a good team, those Dodgers. We'll talk about them. And Skip Bertman also passing away early in the early morning hours in a hospital in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Now, for people that don't really know Skip Bertman, Bertman, look him up. As I always say to people, Google it, because let me tell you, he was largely responsible for a play that goes back to 1982. The Miami Hurricanes taking on Wichita State College Baseball World Series. They call it the Grand Illusion. That's all you got to really pull up, Grand Illusion, Skip Bertman. And you'll see one of the greatest plays where the pitcher fakes a throw to first base. First baseman plays it off like the ball gets by him, goes into the dugout, but the pitcher kept it all along and threw to second to the shortstop and got the tag on Phil Stevenson.
It's amazing.
One of the great plays, but 5 NCAA championships.
That's a lot.
He ended up winning.
Back then, though, the teams they were regular, the Longhorns, Hurricanes, and LSU. But I can tell you this, the Grand Illusion, as you called it, you see coaches in little league teams see that, and they I can only tell you how many times that must have been redone. It's a big loss, 2 big losses, I guess, here, and from both the pro and the college level.
You would think he'd see that in the movie The Bad News Bears.
Yeah,
I know you got Chico's bail bonds.
Yeah.
You're not wearing that jersey today.
Today's Jackie Robinson.
Jackie Robinson, okay.
Yeah, the Dodgers' demise. Milwaukee going in and taking care of business.
Milwaukee now. Hey, they've got the edge now.
Yeah,
they took 2 out of 3.
And they also clinched the tiebreaker in case it happens. But I got to tell you, the
3-game lead on them now.
Yeah, but you got to remember the Dodgers are going to get Glasnow back. They got Snell back. What's his name? Scooble was okay. He was decent yesterday.
He was decent, but he ended up getting tagged with the loss. He's 7-7 now.
Yeah, I think the Ohtani effect. Don't get me wrong, great baseball player, 2 ways. All that. But I've watched in the last few series that they've lost 4 or 5 series at home. But I've seen him, with crucial situations.
Hit into a double play.
Yeah.
To end the game, I believe, yesterday.
Yeah. The Yankees avoided a sweep.
That's right, in Toronto.
Let me tell you something. I'm watching the game. It's 2. Yankees take the lead, 2-1, and a routine ground ball. And Rice, he whiffed. And then it's an error, then a walk, and then now it's he gets
the home run though.
Yeah, he did. He crushed it. And I'm sitting there saying, I was on the phone with my father. I go, boy, he needs redemption here. He needs to either put one against the wall or put it over the wall. And
he got it.
He crushed it. Bednar made it interesting, but to avoid the sweep, and the Rays have lost 6 in a row at home or something.
Well, and they've lost 3 in a row overall, so they're in a slump. The Red Sox have been in a slump now as well. They're not 3-7 in their last 10.
It's amazing, and that's been all year with all teams that hit these wins and losses. But the bottom line is
even the Dodgers.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. But the Yankee. 202 batting average since the All-Star break is actually pathetic. It's truly it's probably one of the worst things I've been a Yankee fan for a long time. This is the worst offensive team I've ever seen. It is there every time I turn the game on, it's 1-1, 1-0, and if they're winning 1-0, their pitching staff has been ridiculously good.
Funny you should mention that, because if you look going into today's action, I believe there's 11 games on the docket in the major leagues, and the Yankees are not part of that.
No.
I think they play the Orioles.
For 3.
Yeah, for 3 beginning tomorrow. But there's only 7 hitters in Major League Baseball
over 300
that are 300 or over.
Isn't that crazy?
2 of them with the Tampa Bay Rays. Yeah. That's part of the reason why they're so successful.
And count
only 7 hitters. That's crazy.
I know. It is. That's a pitcher dominant
30
season.
teams in the league.
I know.
So that means there's 24 teams
Yeah.
without a 300 hitter.
Yeah.
So that means most lineups are lacking that.
Yeah.
And it just is that because the pitchers are so much better now? Are they throwing harder? Is it tougher to?
That's a great
fastballs.
That's a great question. We've had now we have
what's the secret?
More guys throwing 100, but a splitter is still a splitter. A curve is still a curve. I just think I don't know. Maybe I have no idea. It's one of the great mysteries of why it's happening. I have no idea.
They're throwing the heat, and these guys back not too long ago to throw 100 miles an hour. Now you got guys now that are doing that in high school. It's crazy,
and you got guys doing it,
and they're going to all need Tommy John surgery probably before. But was it 6'7"? The Miz out there in Milwaukee.
Yeah, the big tall guys always throw hard.
Yeah. Well, they've got that body, a little more weight behind it. Yeah, leverage, their mechanics. But Friday night, I think, in their opening win against the Dodgers out there in L.A., he wasn't just throwing the heat. He was actually throwing a variety of pitches.
Which he does.
And he needs to preserve his arm.
There's only one pitcher, and again, it's not the pro-bias Yankee fan thing, but Schlittler's the only guy I've ever seen, Major League Baseball, in all the years I've watched, that throws 90% of his game is all fastballs. Other than Rivera, who threw a cutter on every single pitch. The success that Rivera had with one pitch was insane. It really was.
Now, was it Hunter Green? Was it in Cincinnati? And now he's going to be out probably till 28, if I'm not mistaken. He was one of the all-time great prospects, and he signed a team-friendly, like $52-point-something million contract, but now he's going to be going in for Tommy John surgery, I believe, for the second time.
Oof.
And out till 20. That means he's not coming back next year. He gets paid. He's going to be collecting a nice check. He's going to be like a lottery winner.
Yeah.
But this is where you can't. These guys are throwing 100 with regularity now.
Yeah.
And you're going to have more guys capable of doing that than hitting 300 on a major league team.
Yeah.
So how did the batters catch up? You can't swing the bat really any faster, right?
Yeah, I mean,
what are you going to get? You
got to time it better. I mean, if a guy like Schlittler, I mean, he obviously has a lot of movement on his fastball because, I mean, all you're doing is like if you ever been in a batting cage, you can get into the ones that are throwing 90 plus and just start your swing early. I mean, it's real simple. We know with a batting cage, the pitch is coming straight over the plate.
Right.
So it's easier to hit. I always used to let little league teams I've coached. I would always go over and show off and hit, the fastest one they had because it's all it is just starting to swing early.
That's it.
Just
getting
time
the
it,
swing.
putting the bat in the zone, and the ball is 90% of the time it's right down the middle. So
well, maybe they'll be doing that. By the way, was it Robleski, Justin, the left-handed pitcher for the Dodgers? As before we get off the Dodgers-Brewers thing, now he's on the injured list as well. Mm-hmm. So they get some guys coming back, right? Glasnow, Snell, but then there's always something. He's got inflammation of the forearm, so at least no Tommy John surgery there. Yeah. Now, speaking of hitting home runs, how about that Joshua Baez?
That was that
three home runs,
and
the first pitch was a home run.
The coolest thing about it in his first major league start. I mean, obviously he had a huge group of people there. I mean,
course.
They were sometimes you see just the family there, like Lombard had just his parents there, but this guy had an entourage, and they were going bananas. But
sort of like us with the Chain Gang Sports Show when we go on site at a venue there doing a show. You got to have an entourage with you.
Well, I mean, and he hit 3 bombs. I mean, he didn't hit.
Yeah, he didn't mess around.
No, he definitely didn't. First pitch, I mean, he jacked that thing.
Between him and Jordan Walker, man, that's a good combination.
Sure, yeah, he was 0 for 5 yesterday with 4 Ks.
Yeah, that's what happens. I call it the Dave Kingman effect, right?
There you go.
Yeah, you're swinging for the fences. You're going to get a lot of strikeouts. But yeah, he's off to a great start, and he may never do that again, right? 3 home runs.
And then the Cardinals, who were irrelevant 3 weeks ago, now have won 5 series in a row and are only 3 games back of the final wild card spot.
You know what? Looking at the major league standings right now, it is crazy because you only have 4 teams now. It's down to 4 teams that have a 500 record or better in the American League. One of them being the Rangers at like a 504 percentage, just barely over 500. That's crazy. Over in the National League, 9 teams sit at 500, even my Marlins at this point.
Yeah.
So does that mean in interleague play, the National League is beating up on the American League to be able to get that many wins, to have teams? I mean, that's what it means to me. They must be making up on the interleague play. They must be I'd have to look at that, though, just to really see how substantial that is.
Yeah.
But the American League's just beating up on one another. Again, as we talked about on Thursday, and it's been pretty consistent over the month of July as well as now August, you've only got 3 teams in the American League that you can say are waving the white flag, and that being the Angels and the A's and the Royals.
Yeah.
Nice win by Noah Cameron with a one-hitter.
They just played by that Sassy, Massey, the second baseman.
Yeah.
What a play that was. Talk about a fast glove. Oof, reminded me of Ozzie. Ozzie Smith.
Yeah. But in the National League, you've got, again, there's 3 teams, the Mets being one of them, even though they've been playing better now. They're getting a little more competitive. Lindor looks like he's starting to improve. Bichette, you've got Bang. He was doing a little bit better over the weekend. The Mets on the upswing, but they were so far down. So they are one of the 3 teams, the others being the Rockies. Of course, the Rockies are the Rockies. And, other than the Mets and the Rockies, so in the National League, I'm going to say, who might be in the Central. I think the Pirates might bounce back, but the Reds have been losing that series, getting swept, or not swept, but losing the series in Cincinnati to the Marlins. So again, only 3 teams basically out in the National League as well as the American League. That means 24 out of 30 teams still have a shot at the playoffs. I think, though, when you look at that American League Central, the White Sox, who are playing the Cubs today, it's the Battle of Chicago. That's a matchup among the 11 games on the docket today. That'll be interesting to see who ends up winning. The Cubs look great, too. Right now, we've talked about the Dodgers. I don't know if it's going to be a cakewalk. It's going to come down to the pitching, who's got the healthiest staff.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Tampa Bay right now, looking very, very good.
Tampa Bay is definitely looking good. I was watching.
Got 6 weeks left, though, in the regular season.
And anything can happen with the way, like you say, some teams aren't hitting. Best pitching is going to come out, but, unless you're the Yankees, you can have a guy throw. It's crazy. They're throwing, these starters are coming out with 1-0, deficits or 1-0 leads, and it's been a nightmare. Speaking of nightmares out of the bullpen, the kid, what's it? The guy for the Mets, the Edwin Diaz. Remember
he's over there with the Dodgers
doing the same thing he did with the Mets, blowing saves left and right. They actually booed him at Chavez Ravine because as soon as they brought him in, they were booing, and he held serve and screwed it up.
Yeah, even Chavez was booing him.
Yeah,
and he hasn't been around for quite some time. Hey, but I got to tell you though, that's why they got rid of him though.
I know, and the Dodgers put him into that same role, which was shocking. I thought maybe he'd be like a 7-8 inning guy, a 7th or 8th inning guy, but.
And talk about pitchers that are having a down year. Paul Skeens.
Yeah, whew.
What's he now? 7-7 on the year.
Yeah,
nothing like him. And Peralta, who's now with Tampa, I think he gets the start today.
Yeah,
who was with the Mets, came over. From the Bruins. Not a good year. You would have thought these guys would have been now in the double-digit wins, maybe around 12 wins. Who do you think right now has the best shot at the Cy Young Award right now?
Well, in the American National League,
Christopher Sanchez, Phillies right now.
I guess with
as good as
across the board,
with 6 weeks remaining,
right? And the Miz is
the Miz. And
he's got a shot at it. He
7-5, something like that.
Yeah, but his ERA.
Yeah, his ERA.
Because I've seen guys win.
Sonny Gray.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Sonny Gray.
Yeah, but there's been guys that have. Well, Schlittler was the leader. Before the last 2.
He's been your ace.
And the crazy thing is he's only given up 1 run in his last 2 losses, or 1 run in each game in his last 2 losses. That's insane.
And you know why he's doing so well though this year? Just so we have to say his last name over and over.
Yeah.
Pretty much every show we got to mention
so he doesn't schlit
just
the bed.
To put us to the test.
As long as he doesn't schlit the bed.
But yeah, Skubal is actually 7-7, and it's Skeens who's 9-11. So he's got the 9-1-1, and now they've delayed his next start by about 3 games, so maybe he'll rest up.
Yeah, I guess. But let's switch it up. Going to golf.
Oh yeah,
FedEx Cup.
Scotty Scheffler. What's it? 8-shot lead?
8-shot win. Yeah,
or 8-shot win.
Yeah, his 21st win. And Scotty Scheffler only became relevant in the last 4 years. So 21 wins in his last 4 years. He got his first win in 2024. So, 23, I think his first win, but it doesn't matter. Last 4 years, 4 years, he's been the guy.
Ties Tiger Woods, who did it twice with, I think
the multiple wins.
Yeah, multiple wins, 4 straight, and Phil
Mickelson. Yeah,
Phil and Tiger.
Yeah, and not bad
Scotty.
company. Yeah, not bad company.
You just use your first names on those
guys with 21 wins. The first guy to win 21. At the age, he's the third youngest because it was second.
Second youngest.
Yeah, second because it was Tiger, then Scheffler, and Jack, and then Jack had it at 27. Scheffler's 30, and Scheffler and Watson was 30, but Scheffler's got him by 6.
Thunder is coming through,
and Scheffler's got him by 6 months on the birthday thing. So it doesn't matter. Scotty Scheffler, his putter was magic yesterday. I think he was 90% in anything.
That final putt that he made,
feet,
the way he and then it just
dropped in,
just like it had GPS.
Yeah,
found the hole.
I know
at the last second. It just takes that left hand drop. Loved it.
Yeah,
Loved it. Inspires a non-golfer like myself to go out there and play some miniature golf in Daytona.
Well, big, the FedEx Cup, BMW next week, and then they'll close it out with the championship. I kind of think it's kind of cool way to do the FedEx Cup. So top 50 make it for this one, and then it's the top 30, and then that play for the final. So the top 50 are playing this week. So it's the top 50 players in the world.
Yeah.
And then the top 30. I think it's kind of cool. Jordan Spieth fell just outside. Boy, Spieth, after such a great young career, they thought we were going to be talking about him forever. And, he's definitely fizzled out and didn't make the top 50, fell out on the last day. He was in contention for the lead after Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday just couldn't put it together.
Hey, just going back to baseball real quick, because on Thursday's show we had
Tim McHugh,
Tim McHugh,
his service Saturday. Pastor Tim,
when
he
he
lit
was
the
with
building
you
on fire
in Mexico about 10 days ago,
Yeah.
when we were talking to you live on the show, and he was wearing that Red Sox hat. He's a big Red Sox fan,
and his dad's a Yankee fan, which is crazy.
Amazing. Talk about a rivalry in house,
Yeah.
right? But I meant to tell you, he looked like he was a manager. He had that look of a manager or of a coach that night.
Yeah.
I meant to tell you. But the reason I bring it up is because he mentioned the Astros, Yordan Alvarez, Triple Crown. Right now he's leading with 321, top hitter in baseball.
Right, home runs too, 37.
Home runs, he's second with 36. I think Schwarber's one.
Yeah.
But he's in second. And third in RBIs.
Schwarber's in the National League.
With 88.
Yeah, Schwarber's in the National League.
Oh, that's true. Schwarber isn't it? But
he's
second, though.
No, he's first in the
37.
League? Yeah. And
okay. So
and
second.
Then Caminero is
first in the American
35,
League.
First in the American League, and Rice has
second,
34.
though, overall.
Yeah.
But the last person to win, if you research this out, we agreed. What was it? 2012. It was Cabrera.
And before that, it was Yastrzemski.
Yes, in 67. Talk about a gap, right?
Yeah, the gap was the biggest one.
45
of course, was
years.
the Cabrera to Yastrzemski. Hey, it's not easy.
No, it isn't. A man's hair could get gray or fall out, but between Triple Crown. But in the National League, if you research that out, it hasn't happened since 1937 when Joe Ducky Medwick ended up being the truck.
Only you would have been able to pull that one.
77, George Foster. Remember the big red machine?
Yeah, he
flirted with it.
Yeah.
He just lost out on the batting average.
Yeah.
So what an accomplishment. This is like more, I don't know, is that comparable to the perfect game? Like a Don Larson kind of thing?
The perfect game in the World Series. Yankees have had 3 perfect games in the last...
perfect games. But I'm just saying, how rare. Back to 1937.
The Triple Crown was rare. Hey, listen, they're all going to start falling eventually because, 61 home runs, that stood forever, too, until the steroids year.
That's right.
It's a shame. But we'll see.
I remember on a morning show I was doing, I had a guest who said he believed everyone should be on steroids so they could just hit them over the fence all day long, like it's the home run derby.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then they'd all be probably croaking at an early age from the results of steroid use. I wouldn't recommend it.
No.
Hey, one other thing, though, from Thursday. Remember, it was the Phillies. They ended up coming up big winners 7-1 over the Twins at Dyersville, Iowa there, the Field of Dreams.
Yeah.
Did you see the players? There were 26 Hall of Famers that came out of the cornfield.
Came out of the cornfields.
Look at that.
I think that's cool. I think that whole thing, that whole theme that they've put together, I think that's really cool.
I had to mention that because, they represented about a third of the living Hall of Famers.
Yeah. I think it was great that they come. I love that Costner does the intro to it. I think it's the whole thing. I think is Major League Baseball got that one right.
That is,
I really did.
That's a great event.
And the one that the game they played during the Little League World Series. I think
Little League World Series is coming up too.
20th.
I think you want to try to maybe.
We're going to put a show together with D. Cook from the Tortugas.
Rich Yokel.
Rich Yokel is going to come on, and we're hoping to get the
umpire in chief, UIC.
UIC. and then try to get the batting cage that just opened up in Bunnell. Try to get them here as well.
That would be huge.
It would be. And
U.S.
and Tim
Open
will join
tennis
us.
will be starting up pretty soon too.
Yeah,
I know you're taking notice.
Yeah, it's always during. I want to see the kid Shelton win one. I want to see him win it. And his best shot's on the hard court because he's so big and hits the ball so hard. But we'll see.
Let me tell you, there's so much happening. You saw the Hall of Fame induction ceremony in basketball.
Yeah.
So many notables there.
Yeah, football.
And,
WNBA. How about Caitlin Clark and the Fever?
Oh,
they're red hot. And boy, how many people
the Fever's hot.
How many people are stirring in their seats right now that I said Caitlin Clark and the Fever?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's a combined effort. I mean, they have a three-headed monster for sure. But Reese, what's her name? Reese.
Oh, Angel Reese.
Reese missed the game-winning shot.
The dream, yeah. In Atlanta,
yeah.
they end up, the Fever comes up with a win.
In overtime.
And they've got just about 2 weeks left of the regular season, so things are really...
Yeah, the Fever got hot at the right time. I think it's...
I like the way that's the play on words
Fever,
there.
yeah.
You just can't
help it.
enough.
Yeah, you can't help it.
Like seeing yourself on 65 inches.
Sad. Right? It's nothing better than that.
You just can't get enough. Don't stop till you get enough.
65 inches of Frizzetto is stunning.
Diana Taurasi.
Number retired.
Yeah, number 3, Phoenix Mercury. By the way, the Connecticut Sun fans must be up in arms about the fact that their team is going to move to Houston. They're going to resurrect the Houston Comets next season. How do you feel about that? Connecticut, man, that's a big basketball.
Yeah, big college basketball. I know a few people from Connecticut that are, that are huge.
The Huskies
fans.
Yeah.
Huge.
How did they not have a WNBA team after this year?
Yeah.
Not that this team's doing any good.
I'm sure. I'm guessing it has to do with an NBA affiliate team like the Mercury has the Lynx. I mean, the Mercury has the Suns, you know what I mean? That Liberty Knicks, you know what I mean? That New York, they're trying to go where the men play as well. Connecticut doesn't have a professional team in any sport, so I think that's been maybe that's the issue.
Joey,
it has to be attendance.
Yeah, attendance is what it's all about.
It has to be.
Joey Logano gets a win yesterday in Richmond.
He's had a good year.
Yeah, he's going to be in the Clash thing. There's only 2 weeks left of the regular season.
Right.
USA Network has the coverage this upcoming week, but NBC gets the coverage a week from this Saturday coming up. That'll be at 7:30 on August 29th from Daytona International Speedway. That's the Coke Zero Sugar 400.
Zero Sugar.
I don't want to say the Coke Sugar 400.
Yeah.
Because then I'll have a bunch of 12-year-olds rushing out there saying, oh, lots of sugar on hand.
That's it.
Hey, but who impressed you in the NFL real quick before we close here on this Monday?
Oh, wow.
Some quarterbacks. Deshaun Watson looked pretty good.
I guess so. Shador, I think Cleveland still has a lot of work over there, but I mean...
maybe
Mendoza. I thought Mendoza
did well.
Jackson Dart looked okay. I mean, other than that one pop he took, man, he got lit up.
There you go.
He got lit up.
But he's got to learn to slide.
Yeah, he does.
He's got to let it slide. Yeah. And Ty Simpson looked pretty good.
Yeah.
For the Rams.
Yeah,
he needs to look good.
Yeah.
You got Matt.
Hey, listen,
Stafford.
I got to tell you.
The rich get richer. Something about L.A.
Watching Odell come out of some of his cuts, Odell looked pretty fresh. He hasn't
back
really
with
played,
the Giants.
Hasn't played
First
really
time in 10 years he was with that team.
Yeah, but he hasn't really played football in 3 years at least. His last he was having a Super Bowl that he could have won MVP and then blew his knee out in that game.
Speaking of Odell, Caleb Douglas, rookie for the Dolphins, receiver Malik Willis, that first drive, 93 yards, resulted in a touchdown. But what an acrobatic catch
that was
by Caleb Douglas. If you haven't seen it, pull it up.
Yeah.
Google it, as I always say. On the downside, Tua did not look good. He wasn't happy.
No.
He's back to trying to explain himself.
Yeah, dropping snaps. And I don't know. I've never been a Tua fan.
No.
He threw one great pass. It was to win an NCAA championship.
And that's it. That's his claim to fame.
That's really
15 minutes or more.
But it's interesting. So it's got a big weekend, a great week of pennant races are hot. Things are going to be great.
Well, now you can't afford to go on a long losing streak.
No,
in the major
not.
leagues.
No, definitely.
if you're more than 5 games back, you cannot afford to go.
No,
But right now there's a lot of teams that are just 1-2 games away. Even the Tigers are only 2.5, 3 games back. If they were to make it, Will they regret getting rid of Tarek?
Yeah, I'm sure they will.
Yeah,
I'm sure
they got rid of Mize too.
But sometimes it takes the team a jump
disaster.
start, like to get jump started because of the. I think they got hot because of the.
I've mentioned it before.
Deals.
Some teams react better. They start playing better. They're not relying on one or two guys.
Exactly.
It's a team effort.
Absolutely.
It's the next man up.
Next man up.
Which may be way on down the bench.
Yeah.
But it was effective for him.
There's the producer throwing up the music.
Nothing like the music there.
He didn't say a word.
It's not the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra, but it's the next best thing, right?
Wilson didn't say a word today.
For Alan, our producer.
Yeah.
And, of course, Tommy Thunder, who brought the boom this morning, Johnny Monte Carlo. We'll see you Thursday night with Thursday Night Live, 6:30 to 7:30. We appreciate your like, follow, share, and to subscribe.
Peace.
Things are truly better with us.